everyone. Welcome to the virtual college exploration for all Ohio students, sponsored by the Ohio Association for College Admission Counseling and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us today. I have a few housekeeping items and a couple tricks before we get started. First, during the presentation, if you have any questions, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type those questions into our presenters at any time. So if you want to take a quick look on your screen, find that Q&A, press it now, the box will open up and you can put your questions right in there. Your cameras and your microphones are off today, so panelists can't hear you and they can't see you. So the way to communicate is through that Q&A. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at www.oacac.org. The presentation is also being recorded, so if you want to watch it again, maybe share it with a friend or a parent, you can do so. It'll be available in about a week at the same website, www.oacac.org. And now I'm going to turn it over to Eric for a fantastic presentation.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Eric Tarpley, and I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at California University of Pennsylvania. I'm glad to have you with us today. We're going to sit back and go through a small presentation, but I hope to be able to interact with you and answer all of your questions today, because I know that since we are in the state of Pennsylvania and you're in Ohio, I want to make sure that we're addressing everything that you would like to know today. But to get started, California University of Pennsylvania, we are one of the 14 state-owned universities in the state of Pennsylvania. So we're actually part of a system called the Pennsylvania System of Higher Education, so which is PASHE for short. So basically, there are 14 of us that are actually owned by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And we're right next door to you in the state of PA. But as you can see here, we have like to say now, don't settle, build you. This is where you've gone through everything that you've done through kindergarten through now, and you've started to build your foundation. But now once you get to Cal U, you're going to start building you and what you want to do for a career moving forward. But as you can see, California University of Pennsylvania, we are now 35 miles south of the city of Pittsburgh. And you can even see on the screen that from Columbus, Ohio, we're 3 hours away. So we like to do everything in kind of like timing, so you kind of give an idea of how long.
Hey, Eric?
Yes?
Does not look like your screen is sharing, so you may want to just double check that screen share to make sure your PowerPoint's coming up.
Okay, hold on. Let me end the show real quick and okay, now, you can see it now? All right. Okay, now back to what I was saying. Here on the map, you're going to be able to see California University of Pennsylvania. We're actually about 35 miles south of the city of Pittsburgh, but yet you can see on the map that we are also 3 hours from Columbus, Ohio. And as I was just saying, that basically we like to put things in time in terms of hours and minutes, so you can pretty much see how long it would take you to get to Cal U. So if you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, it would be about 3 hours. But yet we're being very close to Pittsburgh. We are very happy to say that we have, the city of Pittsburgh itself. Also, you have the Pirates, the Penguins, the Steelers. Also, we're very close to an area called Ohio Pile, which is used for whitewater rafting, and also one of the nation's wonders in terms of architecture is also located there, which is Falling Water, which is the house that is built by Frank Lloyd Wright, that's built on top of a waterfall. That's why they call it Falling Water. Also, skiing is very close to us. It's Seven Springs. It's about an hour away from campus. But a lot of things you can do around us, even though that we are in a very small town and with a population of a little less than 6,000 people in our town. We're considered to be rural, but it's not like we're out in the middle of nowhere. You are in a very small college town. Our total enrollment at Cal U for this past academic year we were in was 6,842 students. That is comprised of 4,856 undergraduate students, 1,986 graduate students. And you can see the makeup in terms of our race and ethnicity. So you see that we are working on our diversity at CalU as well. And it's grown quite a bit over the years. So we're very proud to say that we are working on bringing in more students of color, as well as also just continuing everything that we do currently at our university as well. But matter of fact, the campus itself is beautiful. We've undergone a lot of transformation at our university. So with that being said, we have 6 residence halls. They're all suites. We'll talk about that here going forward. But then also we've done a lot of renovation to buildings too. We renovated our student center. The Natali Student Center is actually ranked in the top 25 of the most beautiful student unions in the country. We're actually ranked at number 11. We're very proud to be able to say that because we're in some pretty good company. We talk about the student unions that are that made that top 25 in the list. And it made the list because it had to be the hub of campus, which it is. Where basically that's where your dining hall is located, the food court area, as well as also the bookstore. Also, we have a movie theater in there as well. We have also carry our area called the Performance Center. It's where like a ballroom is located. We also have an area for students to be able to shoot pool. We call it the Side Pocket Pub. We have many places to eat, but also we've added our first chain restaurant. We now have a Chick-fil-A in our student union as well. But also we also have our career services area located there too. And also the internship office is located in the student union as well. So we want you to be able to have access to get into things as easily as possible. But you see our campus size, we're 294 acres, but that 294 acres is actually split into 2 different campuses. We call the main campus, which has 98 acres. That is where the student center, as well as also your residence halls and all your academic buildings are located. The upper campus, which is 196 acres, that's where you're gonna have the apartment style housing. The next door to the apartment style housing, we will have the football stadium, the baseball field, the softball field, our cross country courses there, the tennis courts. So those are that's pretty much like we call it Robin Park. And that is the athletic complex there. But we do have other complexes. We have actually one that's about a block away from campus, which is our soccer only facility. But then on campus, we also have the swimming pool for the women's swim team. And then we also have the new arena, which is the Convocation Center, which that has the home for men and women's basketball and also for women's volleyball. That Convocation Center, 6,000 seat capacity. It's incredible. Beautiful place to go and watch a game. And actually your career begins at the Convocation Center. We always have a welcome barbecue there, and also that kind of like a welcome thing that your parents will come the weekend you move in. We'll have them all together. We'll have a meal, and then your parents go home, and then actually at your end of your career, graduation is also held there as well. But 40 buildings on our campus in total. But our average SAT score for first year students is a 1012 and an ACT of 20. But the good news is that we are now test optional, because especially students have not been able to take the SAT or ACT due to COVID. So a lot of those tests have been canceled. So we are now have gone test optional. So if you have not been able to take it, that it's quite all right. We will make our the admissions decision based on your cumulative grade point average from 9 through 11. And also we have 18 NCAA Division II teams. And the most popular teams for women will be our basketball program, volleyball and softball. But then for men, it would be football, baseball, are pretty much our most popular, also basketball as well. But we have over 100 programs of study at CalU. And you can see the list of majors at the top that are going to be some of our most popular degree programs. But when you talk about criminal justice actually has 2 new areas for forensic science, which we broke these out. We have a forensic investigation, which is crime scene investigation. And then we also have a cyber forensics, which is short for basically cybersecurity. education has always been one of our top majors at the university, and we are founded as an education university back in 1852. But we have education through pre-K to grade 4, then grades 4 to 8, and then through 7 through 12. And we also certify special education K to 12. Our business major has a lot of different majors underneath it. They're not concentrations at Cal U. They are actually academic majors. So when you go to Cal U, you're going to be a business major, but if you want to go into accounting, you're an accounting major. So we have the majors in accounting, economics, finance, marketing, management, human resource management is what we carry as the majors. Psychology is very popular. Then we talk about geographical information science and emergency management. Social work, mechatronics falls underneath the applied engineering and technology area. But also in applied engineering and technology, we offer computer engineering, electrical engineering, robotics. Mechatronics is a degree, but then we also are the first school in the country that came up with a drone technology degree. And also at Cal U, we are a federal airspace, which means you can actually learn how to design drones and also fly them. So since we're federal airspace, you can actually get enough airtime that whenever you decide to graduate, when you graduate from Cal U, you can actually sit for your federal pilot's license. So you can sit for the federal, they call it the UAV license, which stands for unmanned aerial vehicles. But then also, we have a great major in commercial music technology. So for all of you who want to become producers, songwriters, if you want to be a sound engineer, producing sound, MIDI sound for games, this is the major for you. But then also the new area is vet tech as well. So we actually have one of our buildings offline this fall, where we are actually redoing this area to make way for the vet tech labs. So we are in the process of making the changes to campus and also degrees to make sure that we are fitting into what you were looking to do at Cal U. And as I mentioned, we talk about don't settle, build you. So you're going to come to Cal U to actually build the skills that you need for your careers going forward. But also you'll see that out of over the 100 degree programs that we also have 95 plus graduate degree programs. We also have more than 75 online degree programs. But yet, when you talk about the size of the university, we are a medium-sized university, and our student-faculty ratio is actually 17 to 1. And how does that translate for you? It translates that you're not going to have a ton of students in classes. Our class sizes range anywhere between 25 to 45 in a class. But as a freshman, you may see that maybe 50 students, maybe 55 may be in your class. Because everybody has to take some of these prerequisites to get started as well. So that's part of the reason you'll see that your classes may be a little larger. But I've had students that have actually reported back to me and said they've been in classes as small as 15, as they continue to move forward as well. So we always want to make sure that your class sizes are always going to be maintainable and also taught by, we call them master instructors, which are our professors. And we're proud to tell you that all of our classes are taught by professors, not by teaching assistants, not graduate assistants, or not even TAs, which they call them for teaching assistants. We have 400 plus faculty experts. And out of those 400 plus faculty experts, they're all full-time faculty, but there's 85% of them will have terminal degrees. That means they have their doctorates, which means they've gone as high as they can go in their area and have the highest degree they can obtain at that point that they've earned. And also for all students who may not be sure what you want to do in terms of a degree program, even though I talked about that we have over 100 programs of study for you, we have a program called Exploratory Studies. So if you aren't sure what you want to do when you come into Cal, that's quite all right. Because matter of fact, at least 75% of students who start in college don't know what they want to do. So we give you up to the end of your sophomore year to declare your major. But a lot of our students find their degrees within the first semester or even the first year because we have something called the 4-year grad plan that our students will actually take a part of. That 4-year grad plan, we are actually going to work to guarantee you graduation in a 4-year time frame. But that guarantee is going to be up to you. You have to pass all your coursework in order to stay in the program. And the other reason why we can pretty much guarantee you graduation in a 4-year time frame is that you also get priority registration. What priority registration means, it means that you will schedule early. So you're going to schedule before all of your classmates in your freshman class. So, which means that you get first choice of classes. And when you get first choice of classes, which means you will get your coursework on time. And one thing that we're very happy to report within that 4-year grad plan, the 4-year graduation rate is 87%. And outside of that 87%, we have 5% that graduate a semester early, 8% that graduate a year early. And the reason why that happens is because one is the priority registration. The second is that students are able to be very creative with their schedule. Some students may decide to take a winter term class, maybe take a couple courses over the summer. So they have their year, pretty much their final year free to graduate early. So that's up to our students. But also we pride ourselves in student research and hands-on learning. With student research, that means that a lot of our faculty members are going to be doing some research projects. They may do them during the summer, and they will ask students for help in terms of helping them accumulate data, as well as also doing the research that needs to be done as well. So you have the opportunity to be able to work within your major and work with faculty members on research projects. And we also pride ourselves on hands-on learning, which basically means that we give you the opportunities to practice what you're learning. Instead of things being theoretical, you're getting practical experience. And that's what's very important when it comes down to moving on for your career. I'm not saying a job, I'm saying a career, because the career is something that you do and you love to do what you do, but a job is something you do for the paycheck. But the career is something that is lifelong, that you have the opportunity to do. But also we have a great honors program. Our honors program, as you can see here, what it says, challenging honors coursework, that our students will take coursework in English starting out, but yet you can designate any upper division course, which will be your junior and senior level courses. You can designate them as honors courses. All you need to do is fill out an addendum, and then they will send it on to the professor in your major, and they will deem that course as an honors course, which means there will be some additional research, maybe an additional paper, or maybe defending a thesis, whatever it may be. But one thing you will do when you graduate before you graduate from this program, and this is a requirement, you will defend an honors thesis. So you're getting a chance to do things at the undergrad level that you'll do at the graduate level. So you actually have a graduate portfolio by the time you graduate from Cal U. And once again, you have priority registration being in this program because we want to make sure our students are going to be able to graduate on time or early, because they may be looking to go on to different grad schools. And we want to make sure that you're going to meet their criteria to be able to be admitted. As well as we have a safe, supportive housing in Smith Honors Residence Halls. That Smith Honors Hall is the honors hall that is set aside for students that are in the honors program. Inside of this honors residence hall, it has its own classroom in the bottom. And your faculty who teach, should I say the faculty that are the program directors, their offices are right across the hall from this residence hall classroom. And also, you have an opportunity to talk to them anytime they're in their offices. So it makes it very easy just to drop down for that class and then, maybe go back to your room and change your clothes and move on to the next class. But then also there's study abroad and honors travel opportunities, where the honors program has some travel and study abroad specifically for the honors program. So a lot of times you'll see students will like to go to England. They may do maybe some national student exchange there as well. And they'll actually try to get some classes and some coursework at other universities across the globe as well. But then once again, you have faculty-led research opportunities again. So which basically within this program, we want our students to be able to get as much hands-on experience as they can get while being a student at Cal U. But now moving on to the things you can do on our campus. We have a lot to offer you outside of the wonderful academic programs we offer you. We also have over 100 clubs and organizations to offer you. But yet you can see in some of the clubs and organizations we've listed, you see Greek life. But even though that Greek life is at the top of the list, it doesn't mean it's the most popular. It's just that I would say probably less than 1% of our student population is in Greek life. So it's not one of these things that you have to do in order to feel like you're a part of our campus. There's so many other things that you can do. You know, one of the most popular is going to be student government. We have a student activities board. The student activities board is what plans everything on campus. And as I mentioned, we have a movie theater. So they will go through and pick the movies that we watch. And also we're considered to be pretty much a first run university. So even though movie theaters are now starting to open up again, whatever is shown in movie theaters, we get it normally before it hits DVD. So we are able to stream the movies directly from the movie company directly to our theater on campus. But then also with the athletics and intramural sports, we already mentioned that we have 18 NCAA Division II sports. And also our conference is actually the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference as well, which is the PSAC for short. Talk about study abroad opportunities, and you have study abroad opportunities that are out there for different majors, different programs. One of the most popular destinations as of been late, if students want to do things within like the biology area and they want to do more in terms of animal research, Madagascar has been very popular. And if students want to do something more plant-based, they'll actually go to South America for the rainforests. We have students that have gone on to do national student exchange as well. And one of the most popular destinations have been part of the University of Hawaii chain. So we have students that are being able to travel all over the world for study abroad. And also you talk about campus ministry. We have different areas there. We have STAND, and we also have New Life that's available for our students that look into campus ministry. So if you're a student of faith, we do have that for you also on our campus. And then also when you're getting down, if you move all the way to the bottom, you're going to see the student ambassadors. The student ambassadors are actually our tour guides. So you actually get paid to do campus tours. So if you really love Cal U and you want others to see what you love about the institution, you have that opportunity to actually walk families around and actually prospective students and even people that we bring in for job interviews. You have an opportunity to walk them around and show them what you love about Cal U, and also just to show them the campus in general. And there's so much more that you can do, you know, because we didn't get into talking about intramural sports and other things as well, but we have so many things to offer you at Cal U. So it's not just come to Cal and study. We want you to be able to be a part of things outside of your degree programs. We want you to start to meet people. We want you to get out and actually get involved. Now, when we talk about our residence halls are incredible. So that's actually a picture of one of the residence halls behind you. As I mentioned, we have 6 suite style residence halls. And the residence hall, and when you try to put a price tag on all 6 put together, over $100 million have been spent on residence halls. And when you spend that kind of money on a residence hall, you're making sure that our students have all the amenities they want. There are different types of room configurations within this residence hall. Should I say in all 6 of them? So you can either have 2 students in a room and a private bathroom in your room. We also have a 4-person suite. There's a living room in the middle, and you can have 4 single bedrooms, but you're still gonna have a bathroom per 2 students. Or you can have a living room in the middle, then you can have 2 rooms on each side that 2 students will share, and they have the bathroom inside of their bedrooms. There's also the doubles, and the singles are there too, but the singles are always offered to our community assistants because those are the students that are going to be working in your wings. So if there's anything that you may need, they're kind of like your big brother, big sister for your wing. Feel free to go and talk to them about certain things as well. They're air conditioned and also climate controlled. You get a chance to actually control the temperature in your room. So if you want your room to be, you know, the Arctic Circle, by all means, keep it cold. But if you want your room to be, you know, like the Sahara Desert to make it as hot, you can do that as well. It's completely up to you. They're very big rooms as well. So it's not like you're going to get in the room and you're not going to be able to add furniture or you feel you're going to be bumping into your roommate. You also have free cable, internet as well. We pay the cable and your internet bill. We have a computer lab on the bottom floor of every residence hall. So there's no need to go running to a computer lab in the middle of the night. You can just go downstairs, print your paper. As a matter of fact, all you have to do is provide the paper, but we provide the ink and toner for all the printers. You can also print remotely all over campus too. So if you have a paper that's due and you don't want to put it in your book bag and you don't want to crumple it in any way, you can actually swipe your card and it will print out in those locations. Also, you have security in each building as well. And the security for each building, you have a couple different layers of security. So one, you have a key to open the door on the outside. Then once you get through that door, there'll be someone sitting the desk there as well. Then you have to use your ID card to swipe it to open up the next door. And then you actually have to use your key to get into your room. So you have several layers of security in the residence halls. But then also not to mention, there's actually cameras on like in the hallways to also make sure that that's even more secure as well, which we do have 24-hour police protection on campus. We have our own police force on campus and they're in our Pollock building. But then also there's Vulcan Village, which I talked about this earlier, talking about the apartment style housing that's next to the football stadium and the upper campus. These are incredible. You don't have to have a car to get around. So actually we have shuttle service that'll get you back and forth between campus and Vulcan Village apartments. They are fully furnished. So only thing you need to bring are your sheets for your bed and a comforter for your bed, maybe your own pillows, pots and pans if you're gonna cook in your apartment as well, because you actually have a fully functioning kitchen in each apartment. So you have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, or a 4-bedroom, 4-bath floor plan available there. Once again, your internet and your basic cable is covered by the university, but yet you also have outdoor things to be able to use as well, outdoor facilities. You do have a basketball, sand volleyball court, and also a swimming pool. Then you have a 24/7 fitness center that's open for you as well there too. You have a computer lab up there, so you don't have to worry about trying to get down to campus to print things. Just go over to the computer lab. You have your own on-site eatery, which is called Flats Express. And then you also have staff that live in there that also will be like to help you out and moving forward in things as well. But if you look in the pictures, you're going to be able to see in the top right-hand corner, that is actually Vulcan Village. So you'll see one of the apartment style complexes behind the swimming pool. Then right down the hill from that would be the sand volleyball court. And actually right next to that would be on the left would be the basketball court. But then you see in the top left and the bottom right, those are actually different rooms that we have available in the residence halls. And you can tell by the shot that it's actually a rather large room. So you have that ability to have plenty of space to rearrange the room any way you want to, or if you want to bring furniture in, because we have students who even bring in couches and everything as well. Then in the lower left, right outside of one of our residence halls, we have Hammock City. So that's been a very popular destination for students, especially when it's nice outside. Students like to go out and sit in the hammocks. You see even students out there taking naps in hammocks. It's a very nice place to be able to go to. And then the middle picture underneath where it says independence, convenient, and comfort, you can see they're actually playing cornhole. So that tells you that there's a lot of space that you're able to use in the common areas that you can actually have it set up to run an official cornhole game. You have that much space. But our career outcomes at Cal U, we have a career and professional development center, which is the long name for career services. Also, the internship office is also located in the same suite. They are in our student center. So we actually added on a rotunda to the student center that you are able to go in at any time and talk to them. A lot of times it does not take an appointment. You just walk in and say, hey, I want to know more about internships. They'll ask you about what major you're in. And even if you're not sure on your major, walk in and say, hey, I'm thinking about this as a career. They will actually help back you into a major based on your career. But yet you can see all the different employers our students have done internships. Internships at Cal U are actually academic courses. So you can actually do an internship. You can do one that would be the equivalent of 3 credits, which is the equivalent of 1 class, or you can do an internship that has a weighting of a minimum of 12 credits, which is the equivalent of an entire semester. So you can actually do internships all over the country and all over the globe. We have students that have gone away for the entire semester to do internships. And you can see internships from, UPS, Milan, the Philadelphia Flyers, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Disney is one is very popular, as we know that Disney is probably going to be one of the most competitive internships to be able to get in the country. So we are very happy to provide all the different types of opportunities for students to work in these internships. They actually turn out to be full-time job offers normally at the end of the 4-year experience as well. And applying to Cal U is really simple. We take 2 different applications. You have the Common App. If you've already completed a Common Application, feel free to submit that as well. Also, we have our own Cal U app. You can access both through our website. So if you don't remember the calu.edu/apply, just go to our website at just www.calu.edu and click the apply button in the top right-hand corner of your web browser. Only thing we're going to need for the Cal U app is going to be your official high school transcripts. And as I mentioned earlier, we are now test optional. And I'm going to give you the fee waiver code to be able to apply. The fee waiver code to apply to Cal U, it's all caps. It is C as in Charlie, R as in Robert, C as in Charlie, A as in Apple, L as in Larry, U as umbrella, CR Cal U. That is short for Counselor Referral Cal U. And once you submit that information for our application, your application is complete. We don't require recommendations or essays. We try to get you the decision as quickly as possible. So normally what will happen after you apply to Cal U and your application is complete, it is read the day it becomes complete. Each counselor will get an email to say, check your queue to read your applications. And same thing with the Common App. Once it becomes complete, we read it because we're on rolling admissions. So as you're waiting for your admissions decision, let me give you this. The minimum GPA for automatic acceptance to Cal U is a 2.5 grade average. That's your cumulative. And then if you're looking for scholarship money, it's a minimum of a 3.0 GPA to start to qualify for scholarship money. But then you're able to visit campus at any time. You can do it virtually. We also have some visits on our campus as well, which we have a car tour. There's an express tour, but then there's also the full tour. So you have that option. Just go to our website to select what option you'd like to take, and we'll explain to each one of those of what they are. And also you can attend an open house. All of our open houses right now are virtual. The next open house we will have will be Monday, October 12th, which is Columbus Day. And this will be a live session. So it's not like you're going to get there and you're going to see a bunch of recorded messages. It will be live. And you can call and talk to an admissions counselor at any time. Reach out to us. We are very happy to answer questions for you. We want to be there to walk you through whatever it is you may need, or even any question you may want to have answered as well. There is no question considered to be a dumb question. If you have a question, give us a call, email us, whatever, text us, and we're very happy to provide those answers to those questions for you. And also our cost, since we're in Ohio, our cost out of state is roughly about $25,600. And that's based on 12 credits, but based on 15 credits, you're looking at roughly about $25,900. And that's going to also include the 2-person room with the bathroom and the residence hall, the 14-week meal plan, which most of our students don't go to breakfast in the morning, so they say it's too early. So they will eliminate breakfast and just pay for lunch and dinner Monday through Friday. And then your meals on the weekend, which will be brunch and dinner, plus you have a flexible spending account called Dime Dollars, which is $200 per semester. And university fees would be attached to that as well. So that's including everything besides books and parking. All right, and then also out-of-state scholarships. Since you are students from out of state, to qualify for our out-of-state scholarship, it's a 3.0 GPA, and it must be enrolled full-time. Right now, that scholarship is $2,500. So what will happen, you have to start in the fall in order to qualify, and you must be accepted by June 1st, prior to the fall 2021 start. And if you were accepted before or by June 1st, you can qualify for this scholarship as well. But then also please apply for your federal financial aid starting October 1. That's actually tomorrow. You can start applying for your federal financial aid to make sure that you are receiving things and get it done as soon as you can. And then what happens from there, you'll get your offers of financial aid from us starting roughly about mid-January. I want to thank you for your time. I hope that this was informative. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And if anybody has any questions, happy to answer those for you at this time. Does anyone have any questions? I want to leave some time for some Q&A because I know we only have 45 minutes. And right now we're actually about 10 minutes out. So I wanted to make sure I left some time for Q&A. What I will do, I'm going to go ahead and put in my, if it'll let me do that. It won't let me do that. So if you want to get a hold of me, the best way of getting hold of me is actually through email. And that is tarpley@calu.edu. And my last name is spelled T as in Tom, A as in Apple, R as in Robert, P as in Paul, L as in Larry, E as in Every, Y as in Yes, at calu.edu. So C as in Charlie, A as in Apple, L as in Larry, U as umbrella, .edu. E as in Every, D as in Dog, U as umbrella. That's the best way of getting a hold of me. Or if you want to text me at any time, you can also text me at 724-426-7045. And I'm very happy to take your calls and your text as well as your email at any time.
Well, Eric, that was a fantastic presentation. It doesn't look like we have any questions coming in, so we'll do a last call for questions. If you're not sure where to find your question button, you can look at the bottom of your screen. Actually, it might be on the top of your screen, but it looks like two bubbles and says Q&A. So if you want to ask a question, go ahead and click that Q&A button. I will go ahead and share a few things for you, but we'll keep an eye on those questions.
Sure.
Let's see here. All right, so just some closing, definitely thank you for joining us today. Don't do it right now, but when you close the window, there's gonna be a link for feedback. It's just a quick 4-question survey, and we appreciate any feedback that you might have. And like I said earlier, there are lots of sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions at www.oacac.org. Again, in about a week, if you want to watch this session or share it with a friend, you definitely can do that. It will be available online at oacac.org. So thanks, Eric, for the presentation today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.